Hi, hi guys. Welcome back to part three of our Hex World tutorial. Right. Uh, Now we want to give our randomly generated world some some colors, and this is where our why I use this outside cylinder just now. Where is that outside cylinder? Because I have a huge world now. It's probably hidden somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Move it more into the X. Right, so that's our world. Okay, now I want to have a different color. So this is the first. I want it to have in our example to have four of this to have a different value. You can have more to be honest, but I just use four. Uh, so I have that. Let me duplicate in the and then put it in the X. Have another one in the X. And I have another one and put it in the top. Right. How do I now individually, right? I can shade it. So I'll just go to shader. You can see the shading here. Yeah, I'll move all these three. But you don't see it here. I'll show you well. But let me just create a new material here for this guy. So this will be we don't want any roughness to this. This is one. Uh, I'll probably give some. Oh, I should have done something just now, but it's okay. Uh, Let me just put something here. Let's give it a dark ground color, really dark. Yeah, that should do it. And call this dark lowest ground or lower ground. Right. So this one, give a new material. Or we can use this lower ground, right, for that, and just duplicate and call it ground. Give it a whiter color, right? That's good. And this one will create a material ground, and then we duplicate. We call it forest. Give it a dark green forest color. And this one, even though yeah, okay, this one, well, even though it's snow, let's call it snow. Right? So roughness was one. Right? So now we have this four, but you can see there's only one here. Other thing I want to add, right? Um, I want to give it some cool effects to my. Now, I don't like the square that much. So what I can do here is actually I can add a modifier. You can see this pretty cool, and give it a bevel modifier. Look at that. It looks more organic in a sense, right? So how many segments do I want? I want it to be maybe three segments. Yeah, three looks nice. Then the amount is, you control the amount up to you. Maybe something like that. Maybe 2. It give you that nice gonna look 3. Okay. So, but this is only for one modifier. uh, I want to give the rest the same modifier. What you do is Blender, you should click everything, and the active one, which is the last one here, and you press Ctrl L, copy modifiers, and now everything got the same bevel in the sense, right? Same bevel. It's pretty cool. Yep. All right, now back to our geometry node, so we can hide this. See it? Render as well. Now back to our geometry node. All right, so here, if you look at the texture, so it's only one color. So how do I get it to have different color? First, I'll subdivide it more because I want to see the whole picture. Right, so that's the design. So it's just using the first one because we are using object info. What's about relative? Yeah, just use original. All right, let me see here. Now, instead of using this, let me just cut it off so we don't have anything. We're going to use something called collection. So instead of, we'll use a collection, which is where we put our base hex model. Right, we have that, and then we plug into the instance. Voila. But it's weird, right? It's what happened is it's the 0, 1. This becomes 0, 1, 2, 3, right? I don't think there's separate children, there's anything. So let me just remove this. So how do we control each of the colors then, right? So if I use the thing is I use the instance index to determine the color, right? For some reason, I'll show you. So what controls the height? So the height was controlled by this, right? So we want to use that as our index as well. For some reason it's let me just show you before. When I add this instance, I shouldn't have deleted before. For some reason, right? You look at top, it move our points to the right side. What we need to do is, right, we need to say separate the children and then reset the children, right? So it resets everything to the center. But then, right, we need to press this so it becomes, each becomes an individual component. But then the color differs, the color gone. It's basically using the first item, right? You pick instance, and that means it will pick one of the 4 instances, 4 of this. So that's why you see this ugly looking. But we don't want that. We want the one that's at the low end is dark, and then at the high end it's white, right? So if we use this vector and put it in the instance, it does that. right? But then you see, wait, should it be low? And then why is it higher than this? Because we are using this map range. This map range is and sorry, this map range has a different value. We are using this value, height control, which is 12. So it keeps repeating 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. So we can't really use this output here, right? But everything else is the same. So how do I do that, right? Everything else is the same except for map range. So we we just need to use this, this, and this. So we duplicate this. Maybe I'll group that. Maybe, yeah, duplicate that. Then remove from the group. Remove from the frame. Uh, no. How do I remove this from the frame? I had never used frame before, so let's Google it. Blender remove selection from frame. There's several not keyframe. That's RLI. Remove from. I wish I know how. Cut this. This is outside. See? If I put outside, it doesn't. Now it does. Right. So what happened? Oh, okay. I want to based on the so the factor is the same, goes to the value. Okay. Okay. Scale should be different as well. Right. So in this one, I'll put the instance index. How do I control this? Okay. I have only 0 to 4. 3, 3, 3. Is it? All right. So this is how you distribute it. So the mean, this is 0. You don't want to come up with the new color. So if 11, you cannot be second. Okay, right. The color is a bit wonky. Just need the Z. Oh, okay. It's not a vector. It's not a vector. Yeah. 4, 6. Yeah. 4. 3 or 4. So now, as you can see, because this is integer, so if we have more than that, right, it will increase, but only to certain extent. Because what happened is, if you increase more, it it goes back to 0. So I think we have 4. 0 is 0, right? So minimum is 0. So if you want to distribute it properly, something like that, you can actually change how you define it. So if you increase this, if I'm mistaken, increase this, you play around with the distribution from max of 1. So I find it to be around here. So that's how you control it. So this is where you control the map range and the scale. Look at the hex distance. Oh, yeah, this is the one I don't want to change. 1.7 the original. Let's change the height. Right. So now you have different height. So this is a height, and then change the scale a bit. 0.4. Now you can see much more differences. Then I want the white to have more, right? I can put this control outside. Yeah, the distribution is like more white pick up there. Oh. Right. And then if I increase this subdivision now, look at that. Awesome, right? Awesome. So I want to have, I can use set material, right? But I want this distribution to have more. Yeah. So I increase the minimum. So now I have the black area more. Okay. So that's great. And then if I want to use that, I can plug this in outside, right? See, like more wintry, less wintry. So this is the control of uh, of our color, right? So let's frame this. Let's frame. If I want to move outside the frame, how do I do? Yeah, I just click that. I think I can drag it out. Let's move out from frame. This is a bit of different topic. Anybody can help, that will be great. But probably this here. This no. Um, let you know. I have to say it. This is the first time we're using frame in our tutorial, by the way. So, anyways, let's put some colors into it and call it color distribution. Paint color. Right, that's cool. So let me yes. Organize it, guys. Organize it. Right. So now we got the cool looking scene. Right. So I want this to be darker. Was it cylinder 2 or cylinder 3? Cylinder 3. Yes, cylinder 1. I want this to be darker. Not too dark. Yeah, that's nice. Then the green one, give it a darker green. Yeah. Too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Right. So for each individual, you can change the texture for it. So you can put a green texture to it, which is good, right? So that's how you create the world. That's basically, you can stop here and then that's it. So thank you for watching. I think this is really good. I mean, for a beginner, let's change this one to darker, and this one should. I keep clicking on the wrong stuff. Good. Right. Yeah, this is what I want. Then maybe change the scale a bit as well. Better. Yeah. So this is flat plane, and maybe increase the height. Something like that. Or lower, depending on what you want. Right. So we're done with that. So thank you very much for joining us on this uh, particular tutorial. So we're gonna do part 4 where we add water around it, and I think that should be our last. This is so much simpler than what. Let's see. This is part 3. Right. Yeah. Let me. This is before when I show you into in the my introduction. When I show you my introduction just now, um, if you look at that, there's a lot of scaling and whatnot. Like I said, because the way that I did it, it was a bit different. Uh, a bit different. So I do want to do something though. I want to do something interesting though. I don't want to recreate this shading of water. So here's a shading of water. I wanna, since this is over by the way, but I just wanna do something interesting with it. This water I created from scratch. So I want to use this water, but I want to use the asset library. How do I copy this into anyone knows, right? See if this is the asset. Uh, look, uh, use this move, uh, move blender material to asset library.
collection so you can hide them out of the way and still be able to use them. So if I come over here, right click on scene collection, new collection, and let's rename this roof.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll open up our old collection, and I'm just going to grab all of these roofs and I'm going to drop them into now. So if I scroll down, once I've grabbed them all, come down to where it says ID data and mark asset. And there we go. There is our first roof, which is this one with the plaster end, as you can see.
Mark asset. Oh, but I understand what you're saying. Then, here's the thing. I just want the material. How do I do that? Just for material. I know I can see it's marked as asset, something like that. Maybe I'll just do that. What Splinter is now an asset. I just want to use this. Let's see what this is. Then
In our collection. So if I now drag that over, drop it in, and there it is. Now, also I recommend it's important, sorry, I just deleted that, didn't mean to, let me just grab that one, delete it, that you actually make sure that your center origin is in the right place before doing
there's
this.
a shading
What
part,
else I want
right?
to do?
So let's where is the asset browser? Okay. Okay. This is it's under here. Document. Then there's a blender. Document. Blender. So I think because it's no asset library yet. Just save this. I just want to try it. All right, so part 4, we're gonna try to create this water. So I'll just show you the preview of this water. It's a bit complicated. Well, it's not really complicated. This part is the water. Subdivision and whatnot, and bit of a bit of math where I actually scale it and whatnot. So this portion is the water. Why I subdivide it, but it's okay. I'll show you in a second. So thank you for stopping by. And next part is I think should be our last part. But it will be the water portion. Right. I didn't save it. Wait, wow. Wait, recent stream. Oh yeah, this is the old one. Very recent. When recent. So free. Okay. So thank you everyone. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, part 4, which is adding the water. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.